friends, and welcome back. So it is a video for round 643. Okay, and the problem is problem C, count triangles. Okay, so although I was not like in the mood to make this video because it had been very late, but when I saw on YouTube, then I saw that there was no video for it, so I thought it's better to make a video on it. And one video was there, but actually it was very hard. The solution was very hard, so I thought that it had a very easy solution. So how about explaining it? So without wasting any time, let's get started. So first of all, I will explain the problem statement to you guys. So what it says is that you will be having a range A, B, C and D. You have to choose a value x between these range, where x is between A and B closed. Y should be between B and C. Y should be between B and C, and Z should be between C and D closed. So what we need to choose, so that it should follow the property of triangle sides, which is sum of two sides should be greater than third side. And now you will say, Aaron, I will choose x plus y bigger than z, y plus z bigger than x, and z plus x bigger than y. So I will say, no, you don't have to worry for all these cases. You just have to worry for the first case, because see, z is always bigger than x or y. So it will always hold true and it will always hold true. Okay, so I just need to see this case when x plus y is greater than equal to, so is greater than z, not equal to, because it is stated that it should not be collinear, it should not be, so x plus y should not be equal to z. So now, okay, now the question is finished. So let's have an example, and from that example we will see. Okay, so let's take values. Let's have an interval like say 1, 3, 6 and 8. So basically what I want is I will choose a value from this 1 to 3. Let's mark it 1. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so first of all I need to choose an x from this, I need to choose a y from this, I need to choose a z from this. Now let's, without worrying about what will be our z equal to x, z should be less than x plus y. Let's first of all see how many such x plus y. See, first of all, if we see the constraints of this problem, so it will be very clear that our value of these a, b, c, which are here, a, b, c and d, r should be less than n h power 5. So we are not able to use anything such as O of n square or O of n cube. Okay, so we can only use this O of n. So let's first of all see how many such x plus y we can make. Okay, then I have intuition that after we know how many x plus y, then I will run a linear loop and I will check what are the values of x for which this, what are the values of z for which this x plus y satisfies. Okay, so the first thing I thought is, I will first of all I will check how many x plus y, or what are the value of x plus y which are possible, and when I know what are x plus y possible, then at last I will run a loop for this z range, whole z range, and then I will check that if my z is less than x plus y. So the last step will run in O of n. Okay, now see, you're seeing the approach. Like I thought, okay, the last step will be O of n, so it will not worry. Now let's move back. Now I need to find x plus y, whole x plus y. So what you will do, you will start from 1. Okay, you will start from 1. You will go for 3, for 4, for 5, for 6. Now you will start for 2. You will go for 3, for 4, for 5, for 6. You will start with 3. You will go for 4, 5 and 6. Understanding? So now you will say Rn to have x plus y, all the x plus y's which are possible, I need to run my loop in O of n square, which means for the range a to b, for the range a to b, and for the range b to c. Okay, because for every element of in the range a to b, I need to have it for every element of range b to c. Now here comes the main twist, the main part, the main thing, and here you go. So what it is that you need to have the help of prefix sums. Now you will say, Aryan, how prefix sums? I'm not able to get it. Okay, I'll understand it. See, if you know that in prefix sums, let's make an array of prefix. Okay, I think it's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, I know that the first element will be 1 plus 3, which is 4, and the last element will be 6 plus 1, which is 7. Okay, the next element will be 3 plus 2, and all the elements in between. Understanding? All the elements in between. Now the next element will be 3 plus 2, 5, and last element will be 6 plus 2, 8, and all elements in between. Now the first element will be 3 plus 3, 6, and 3 plus 6, 9, and all elements in between. So I will run a loop from A to B, which means I will run a loop from in O of n. Okay, and now I need to update this range. Means I know that I have obtained a value 4, 5, 6, and 7, but I only know for now in O of 1 the starting value and the last value. So here comes the use of prefix sums, that I will update my value 4 here with 1, adding 1, and 7 to be updated. So I will update plus 1, which means 8 with minus 1, so that in future when I will have my prefix sum, then what will happen, you can see it will be 0 0. Okay, it will be 0 0 0, all will be zeros, 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So when I will do my prefix sum, then what I will obtain is like this. It will be 1 1 1. Okay, what I'm doing here, I am doing the prefix sums. Here I just updated my index L and my index R plus 1. Index L with 1 means increment the index L with 1, and index R plus 1 with minus 1, and after that I will do my prefix sum, as you can see here. So it will be 1. Now because of the minus 1, it will be 0. So as you can see that index 4, 5, 6, 7, they all are incremented by 1. What I needed with this. So in O of n, I will iterate from my whole range of A to B, and in O of 1, I will update my value of x plus y which I wanted. I will update it because of only in O of 1, and how in O of 1, by updating only L and R plus 1 values for every n, for every n, or n I am referring here for range A to B. So I hope that you guys understood it, what it is. So now for range 5 to 8, what I will do, I will update it. Okay, and for 8, for update 8, I will update my index 9 for minus 1. For update 6, I will update it. For 9, I will update my index 10 with minus 1. Now I will do a prefix sum. So what will obtain is 0 0 0 1, now 2, now 3, now 3, now 2, now 1, now 0. So it is 8, 9, and 10, and further zeros in 11, 12, and 13. So from this you can clearly see that you have one value, and see you have this in O of n. So at last what you wanted is, you wanted to have all the x plus y values which you can have in O of n, and now you are having all the x plus y values in O of n. Now what it indicates is that you have a value 4 one time, you have a value 5 two times, you have a value 6 three times, and further so and so on and so forth. So now what you want, see, you want, if I am having a sum of x plus y as 4, so I want a number z which should be less than 4. Okay, so all the numbers z which are less than 4, I wanted them. Now, so how I will choose it? Now, see very carefully. Let's take for this. Okay, now my x plus y is equal to 6. So I want all the numbers which are less than 6, which means I need 5, I need 4, I need 3, like this. So I will check. Okay, how many, sorry, I need 5. See, I have x plus y equal to 6. So I need a z which is less than 6. Okay, so if I need a z which is less than 6, then I need any values which are less than 6 in this range, understanding, in this range which I showed you here. So if I will clearly show that if I can just find out how many values are there which are less than basically 6, so what will happen? So for that I will do again a prefix sum. So I hope that you guys can see. I will again do a prefix sum. Now you will say, Arun, why? See, understand, I need to have in O of 1. See, because for whole range of this z I will iterate, so O of n will be used here only. So in O of 1 I need to find out how many number of such elements are there which are or you can say we just need to find out for a particular z. Okay, let's think of opposite. For a particular z, how many such bigger pairs of x plus y are there? Understanding? What we need to find out is that for a particular z, how many such x plus y's are there so that it is more than z. So what I will do, I will have this page and I will show you by side. So here, as you can see, yeah, so here as you can see that I was having as you can see that yeah, it is clearly visible. Yeah, so I will iterate my for whole z. Okay, I will run a loop for I is equals to like a, b, c and d. I equal to c, I is less than equal to d, I plus plus, and for every I will check how many number of x plus y's are there which are more than this. Means the x plus y should be equal to or more than equal to I plus 1. Understanding? So for that, as you can see, for if my z is 6, so I need my elements 7, 8, 9 and so on and so forth, which are in total, as you can see, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I will do, for any value 8, I need my elements more than it. For any value this, I need elements more than it. For element this, I need elements more than it. For element this, I element more than it. So I will run my prefix sum from last, because if I will run my prefix sum from last, then as you can see here also and here also, then I will obtain something like this: 0, 0, 0. Okay, sorry, 0, 0. Suppose it is 11, it is 10, so it is 1, 9, it will be 3, 8, it will be 6, which is 7, it will be 9, which is index 6, and it will be 11, index 5, it will be 12, index 4, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what it indicates is that for any value 5, the number of elements which are more than 5 are 9, for any value 7, which are the number of elements which are more than 7 are 3. So I will use the same thing. I will iterate for my C to D, okay, and I will have my answer, and answer equal to answer plus prefix of I plus 1, because I plus 1 have the number of values which are more than I, okay, and I only wanted the number of values more than I, which is more than Z, and more than Z it is for this value. So I guess that you guys got the intuition. Basically what we need to do is that we need to have the prefix sum initially to make the x plus y pair, and the next prefix sum to have the value of z in this. So to see that how many number of x plus y's are there which are more than z. So we need to implement prefix sum 2 times. Now I guess that you guys got the intuition and everything. So I will very quickly move to the code, and let's see the code. So first of all, as you can see that I had my A, B, C and D. Then I had my array called PRE, which will store the prefix sums, and I will update this array. Okay, so as you know that the value of A, B, C, although you can also have up to 10 0 0 0 0, okay, like something like this, it is also sufficient, because value of A and the value of x, y and z are at max 5. So 5 plus 5, which is 10 into 10 raised to the 5, it is sufficient enough. But I took 15, no worries. And I will run a loop for I equal to A to B to have my x plus y as pair. Okay, so as I showed in the explanation that that you update the L and R plus 1, okay, increment the L and increment the R plus 1, and then I will have my main prefix sums by running a for loop. Now what I need to find out is that I need to find a z so that it is less than x plus y. So I will run my prefix sum from the last, as I showed you in the explanation, for the value z which I wanted, and finally I want to have my answer. Okay, so it should be initialized with 0. So finally I want to have my answer. Now my answer will be something which is answer equal to answer plus prefix of I plus 1, because the prefix of I will have number of values which are more than or equal to I, but actually I want the number of values which are only more than I. So I will, for the particular I will choose index I plus 1, and finally I will have my answer. So I guess that you guys got the intuition behind it. It was like a pretty like to think of something like that question, and I hope that I was able to make you understand this. And if you guys like the explanation and you were stuck in it, so please hit the like button and do subscribe to have more such videos. Like upcoming videos will also include data structures and multiple algorithms and something like that. Okay, so yeah, let's see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's